and welcome back to the channel. And also, Happy New Year! 2017 went by really fast, didn't it? I'm really sorry that I've been away for all this time. My laptop broke down, so I couldn't do anything, which was a bummer, since I wanted to make holiday-themed videos for December. But hey, I'm finally back and ready to make new videos. I really hope YouTube sends you this notification. Yeah. Besides the fact that this is my first 2018 video, this is also the first video I recorded and edited on a new computer, so I guess that makes it very special. And this is my first real gaming computer. So I'm able to make videos faster and with a lot better quality, which is a relief for me, since before that it took me so long to get everything ready for a new video, and because the game took very long to load, and even making those big loads took me a lot of time. And for some reason I decided to use this OP machine to make this small house first of all. That's how I am, guys. But yeah, I'm addicted to Cuphead now, so I just needed to build this lot and get it out of my system. And then I get back to doing all those big lots and all that. And after that I'll go beating that damn scientist. Because it's the part I'm stuck on. And anyway, this here is Elder Kettle's house, which is the first location of the game, and mostly for the tutorial. If you don't know Cuphead, which is highly unlikely if you manage to get to this video, it's a video game that came out a few months ago and has an old cartoony style, which makes it more enchanting. And it even got 2 awards, and one is for Best Indie Game and Best Art Direction of 2017. I gotta say that making the shape of this house was probably the part I spent the most time stuck on. I know it's ridiculous, but for some reason I just couldn't get it right, and the proportions of the circle took me a lot to get right, and even after I did, I still had to edit it because I wanted to make it smaller, and I kept shrinking it until I was like, okay, I need space for that single fireplace, so I can't make it smaller. And the Elder's house is very small and cozy, and back there we are able to see the room with stairs, and I gotta say, those proportions we see in the game aren't accurate to each other, so in order to keep it as accurate as possible without ruining anything, I had to give my own twist to the house, of course, which is something I'm already used to do in other lots, but this one was a different twist. For example, I put the window in the side wall instead of in the back wall, since the image, it seems like the window is directly on the back wall, but that would mean the house itself wouldn't be circular, unless I'm missing something, but it took me a while to make everything work out, so I hope I'm right. And besides that, I added those chairs for Cuphead and Mugman. In the background, it seems like there are 2 chairs, or at least 1 chair, definitely with flowers, and I'm not sure if the red one is a chair or a wall phone, but if there definitely are objects in there, and maybe you might miss it because they are blurry and they are darkened, so you might not notice it while playing even, but it was convenient to make those color themes. I used it to make it seem like each of them, Cuphead, Mugman, and then the Elder, had their own themes for the objects they'd use in the house, including the kitchen, like each of their chairs would have their own color and stuff. And this part here I was making the roof, which was just the simplest, the most simple. It was cool that they had like a chimney that was closer to the game, so I was happy about it. And I loved that with the new Sims patch we are able to finally make circular roofs. That was a big thing for me. Just as soon as it came out, I used it for this house. And yeah, I made the back room a kitchen because it seems like it would be what it is in the game, like in the back room. And of course there are shelves with what I would assume alcoholic drinks. And this is all because of the Cuphead theory that came out, guys. I'm sorry, but Even the trailer for Cuphead, in which Cuphead pours an alcoholic drink in his head before he heads out to collect the contract. I think it is a thing, guys. But if you don't like it, you can ignore it. It's just a theory anyway. And yeah, so here are the chairs I decided to put for Mugman and Cuphead and the Elder. And after that, I just put a simple objects there to represent the alcohol. Oh my god. But yeah, and yeah, after that I made the bathroom, which I kept very simple and would think, you know, it's a simple old bathroom and shouldn't have like too many things. Do kettles and cups and mugs even bath in the bathroom? Like, seriously? I think they would bath in the kitchen or something. Oh my god, wait. Well, let's not try to search for logic in this game anymore, because, you know, we see a fish fishing, so... Yeah, why am I even searching for logic? And then there's the upstairs. I gave it the same decoration as the living room, or more exactly, to follow its theme, and it leads to two bathrooms, which are of course the Elder and the brothers. So I kept Elder Kettle's room simple with a big bed and a simple painting, and the main part is the fireplace and the chair, because I imagine a lonely house in the forest would be very cold and a nice fireplace in the room would be wonderful, so he could read next to it and relax. And yeah, I just kept putting and adding stuff to just give it that very humble vibe, that very cozy vibe that an old house in the forest would have. And yeah, and of course I kept the black and white paintings to just give it that old style, you know. And here are Cuphead and Mugman's bedroom. As soon as you see it, you see bits of their personality in it. I gave Mugman a desk and a chair with some books and a globe, because he seems to be the most responsible and sensible out of them both, and his color theme is blue, which represents his calm personality, so I figured he'd spend his spare time reading or learning things about the world. And Cuphead, of course, he would keep his things very messy. He wouldn't bother to be clean or responsible, since he's the main character and would mainly be the one jumping around and running and shooting around, and he's represented by the color red. I figured he'd be the most active, so I gave him sports rackets and such. And to finish, I just gave him a big bag of money because, of course, he would probably be invested in bets and would be lured into easy riches, of course. Yeah, here in the exterior, I just added some trees and plants to give it a better vibe, because in the game we also see the house surrounded by nature. It's basically hidden between the trees, so it just had to have a lot of trees around. And I also placed a pathway with some stones, which looks very cartoony to me. And yeah, I hope the house was up to your expectations, and yeah, this was just a little warm-up for me to get back on track. Tell me down below in the comments which is your favorite boss battle, and also if you'd like to see more Cuphead videos. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you soon.